little bit of sauce on that one, huh?
A little bit of sauce.
A little bit of sauce with the tap.
A little bit of sauce.
A little
Oh
tap
my
rhythm
God,
right
dude.
there.
I'm realizing that. Oh my God. I'm happy 420 for real.
Happy
'Cause it's already starting out like that for me. I'm like, it's hitting me now.
Welcome back to the HoopDaddy show.
HoopDaddy.
Yeah, are you lined up there?
Dude, I'm lined up, dude.
All right, we're good.
Maybe I should post it this way.
Yeah, that sounds way better.
And I'll be able to look at you talk a little bit.
Scrub City, let's go.
Sheesh.
Happy 420, everyone.
Happy 420.
420 blaze it.
I'm
as
back.
You say.
I'm back. It's so funny that I'm back on 420. And
back, baby.
after witnessing the love of my life give birth to 2 babies.
We're getting right into it, huh?
Yeah. Well, I just got to mention that because there's been so much going on since
you just
2 weeks. And
yeah.
I'm just like, it's been pretty life-changing. And, I'm just happy to be able to do this at the new location.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have to probably film here for a little bit till the babies get a little more settled down. Yeah. But, yeah, man, we had some conversations, might have to replace this guy because, Marco came on and he was just
crushing.
Crushed it,
Crushing, dude. No, absolutely crushing it. I'm glad that he came on. And I know that Isaac and Marco are going to.
They'll be back.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So 2 babies.
2 babies.
Yeah, you got a little bit of cotton mouth,
like
my guy.
straight off the rip. I don't even have something to. Didn't even get myself something to drink.
Go get some water.
No.
Go get some water.
No. Let me just fight it. Let me just fight it out.
No, I don't want to hear the whole podcast.
No.
There's the whole podcast. It's like
is that what it sounds like?
It's blasting my ears. Just.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is for the audience, but I think it's some ASMR.
Okay, let me get some water.
Yeah, I can hold it down. I'll talk about. I'll tell my life story.
Dame Lillard, dude. Dame Lillard had twins too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this year or maybe in 2020. Damian Lillard.
Dame, you and him are
it's
just
Dame time.
You're the same dude.
It's Dame time.
Dude, I was actually thinking about
getting. We'll be right back.
Okay,
keep talking. No, keep talking.
Yeah, it's 420 today. I knew that my boy here was gonna do some BRs. I don't smoke personally, but I was thinking about getting like a 6-pack or something and just firing it up for today. Didn't do that, but now that this guy's done some rips, I'm like, maybe I should have, because already I can feel the vibe of this podcast is gonna be a wild one. Yeah, man. So it's been good. I don't know. Thanks. Yeah, perfect timing. Dame time. You need a Sprite Slurpee. That's the cure, right?
Is it?
Yeah, you never heard of that? You get like a 7-Up Slurpee or something.
Yeah.
That cures cottonmouth.
Oh, I could believe that.
My cousin, he used to love this band when he was like 15, 16. It's called the Cottonmouth Kings. Did you ever hear of them? You used to listen to them?
No.
I was like, no way did you listen to them.
Did you listen? There's like anything weed related. Look who it is.
Oh, Sophia.
This is definitely going to be a different vibe on the podcast.
Hello. She's coming. You're getting called back in. You're fired, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, maybe she can join for a bit.
Yeah, okay, why not?
Go let her in.
No, I think they're coming in.
No, she just knocked on the door.
Who is it?
It's Caitlin and Sophia. And they're leaving now.
Okay, just let them go.
We're not.
We're going to cut this part out. We'll skip part.
Leave it in.
No. But listen, we have a lot to talk about,
it's been 2 weeks.
The NBA, dude. And
yeah. So what, we're all over.
Actually,
we're all over the place on this podcast.
Everywhere. We are everywhere.
Yeah, we were talking about how we wanted to do bookmarks in our things so you could see like the clips of it.
Yeah, dude. And then this part will be bookmarked as how we're
chaos.
deciding to bookmark.
Absolute chaos.
No, but
okay. So where do you want to go? NBA. We'll go on NBA. We want to talk family life, twins.
No.
What's it been like?
We already talked about that. That's good. NBA.
Steph
I don't know
Curry,
Steph Curry, dude. That's the only thing to talk about because it's incredible, dude. Like this, what? Like
what is happening? He has we hit 49 last night, right?
It's like the most threes in like a 5-game thing, 10-game thing. I mean, he's hitting every freaking record you can make up. But it's just like incredible to watch, and just seeing the stats like all lined up together, you're like, oh my goodness, like this man is on another. He's leveled up. But But it's because he's carrying the
Warriors.
team. Yeah.
Okay, here I got the stats here. Okay,
he has to.
April 12th, 10 of 18 3-pointers, 53 points. April 14th, 11 of 16 3-pointers, 42 points. April 15th, 4 of 13 3-pointers, 33 points. April 17th, 11 of 19, 47 points. April 19th, 10 of 17, 49 points. So he's at 10, 45 threes.
I think it was like 46, something like that.
Yeah,
it's like
in the last 5 games. That's insane. That's insane.
Did you hear the stat where it was like he has the most 10 3 games like ever? Am I like just not on it?
Well, you can hear it, right? You go like
no, yeah. Well, you know.
It's been 2 weeks for this kid.
No, but
yeah, he's crazy. He's an absolute baller.
The person like just under him is like Damian Lillard or something with like 3 games like that, and he has like 20 of them or something.
It's funny that those guys are balling out, but both their teams are doing so poorly.
Yeah, but that's the hard part when you're just like...
Oh, could you imagine Clay and Steph right now?
I mean,
it'd be insane.
No, but Steph wouldn't be playing like this if Clay was here, because of course then Clay would be hitting all the shots and doing what he does too, you know?
What was that Clay stat line? It was like he hit like 37 points in a quarter, and it was like he did like 7 dribbles or something. Remember that? It was like,
that was insane.
He shot like 8 threes with like 7 dribbles or something. Like
in the whole game.
In the whole game,
it was like 11 dribbles. Ugh. It's just
that's disgusting.
It's disgusting and like
I don't
glorious.
Know. No, it's sick. I mean, I love watching Steph play, and I was thinking about it too. How if you ball out like that and you just rain threes, how much actually, like you're so much more efficient, and you actually have to run less down the court.
So why has he been injured?
Well, I think
it's like, dang.
Like,
no, I know.
He's got like whatever ankle problems and stuff. But like you actually have like less. Like he walks up to the 3-point line. He walks like just over half, pops it, and then he just jogs back on defense. Like he actually has to run less.
Right.
But then he's got to run through like 8 screens to get an open look. So maybe it makes up there because he's getting guarded so much. But no, I mean, I don't know. I think that he's influenced a lot of the game, as everyone always says. But even like my game, I'm like, I go to the park and we hoop and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want. What's the point of drive? Just rain threes. Just get an open look threes, and you can just hit them, and then it's game.
If you can hit them, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No. Watching the Gio Wise clips. Have you seen?
Yeah, dude, that guy's so funny.
So crazy, and he's just like throwing them up, and you know all the ones he shows of these like big shots, the highlights. It's like such a different style, you know.
Yeah,
such a new age style.
I feel like you should, because he like dribbles and he just like moves his feet a lot, but he doesn't really dribble anywhere. But I was like, you should start doing that because you have the tap experience.
Yeah, I just need to get a bit more ball handling, like finesse, and then.
But all he's really doing is putting it between his legs, and he's just moving. He's just like.
Yeah. And then he just puts you to sleep, and you're like, "What's happening?"
Yeah,
and
it's
then
so weird.
Shoots or blows by,
and his shot is, not gonna lie, it's a little whack.
Well,
it's like kind of ugly.
Exactly, but
it goes in.
Exactly,
doesn't matter.
Exactly, like the LaMelo Ball, you know.
Yeah. All that matters if it goes.
Who should be coming back soon? Actually, he was supposed to miss the whole season, and now he might come back in like a week or so.
Okay, word.
So you know, he might try and come back for that Rookie of the Year award, because I don't know if he'd get it if he wasn't playing the rest of the season, you know.
Yeah, no, of course.
But
who is in the running right now for Rookie of the Year?
Pretty sure it's Anthony Edwards.
Oh yeah, right.
And like Halliburton or something like that.
Rookie of the Year. Let me see.
But
let's see here. Running 2021. Oh, okay. Here we go. We got LaMelo Ball plus 150. Tyrese Halliburton, Emmanuel Quickly, Sadiq Bey. He's dope. Oh, I guess these are like before the season, maybe.
No,
maybe it's changed. Because what's his? Oh, Anthony Edwards is there. Okay, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I went to the courts the other day.
Bro, you've been balling out.
I was balling out, man.
Balling out big time.
Yeah, we saw the kid, little Nico there, Lala Nico.
Lala Nico.
He's balling. Shout out. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. We just ran through. I think we won 8 games in a row. It was lit. Me.
All right.
Lala Nico.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Osman and OG. And it was just it was so much fun. And like the best part about it was like everyone was a decent 3-point shooter. So like, you know how usually you drive.
Everyone can knock it down.
And I would just drive, it would sag, and I'd just kick out. And I was like, bucket.
Yeah.
Easy assist. And I didn't have to like.
Wait, so it was you, Osman, OG, and
Lala Nico.
Oh, and Nico.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Dude,
but then I was talking to him and I was like, we should get some guys together once things calm down and go up to get like 5 or 6 and go up to Kitsilano. Because I went there for the first time. And yeah, there's some hoop hairs out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's some good players.
When you sent me that clip, I was like, this looks like that real shit.
Yeah. It's like it's real. Yeah, the guys are throwing it down.
Games that we play at the other park.
Guys are throwing it down, and just like everyone was just like good at basketball.
Yeah,
like knew what they were doing and had been playing, like either played college or played pretty competitively. It seemed.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's scrubs, but it would just be fun to go and run because I was listening to this other podcast.
Yeah, I would be a scrub. I'd be one of the scrubs, you know.
No, but we'd be alright. But it was fun to see, and then I was thinking about I was watching this podcast with George St. Pierre, and he was talking about training and how he was like, you need to play people who are worse than you. Like he was like fighting training. He's like, you need to fight people who are worse than you, the same level as you, and better than you, and you need to like mix it up.
Right.
Because who is that? She wants to see you. She wants to see the Dodd.
She just went to no, she didn't go to her dance class. She was supposed to go to a dance class.
Oh. So he was talking about how you want to do all 3 spectrums of people, right?
Right.
Because he's like, if you play people that are worse than you all the time, you don't face that competition. Are you sure? Is that her again? Yeah. Go say hi.
I'll be back.
Oh, careful. Okay, well, my fascinating story might not be. Oh, there she is. We have a special guest coming in. Hi, Kaylin.
Hi there.
Hi, Safia.
She wanted to come say hi to you.
Hi.
Hey, let's go talk a little bit.
Come join the podcast. Come hang out.
What are the balloons doing down here?
I don't know. I think maybe she had it from when she got her nails done.
Oh my God, hi.
We have a special guest. Here.
This is way better content than what we were doing before.
Put the headphones on and you can hear yourself talk.
No.
So, hi Dylan.
Hi. You want to talk? You can talk into the microphone. Say something. No, she's scared. So you have 2 new siblings now. Are you excited? Yeah. That's cool. Has it been different now? Yeah. We missed your dad at the park. There's been no basketball stories lately, hey?
No basketball stories.
We can edit this clip as Dylan tries to talk to Safia and Safia hates Dylan.
No, you like Dylan, right?
Aw. You want to come see Unc Dylan? You know, like Uncle Shannon Sharp? Unc Dill. Did you, what have you been doing lately, Safi? Have you been doing, your dad was telling me you're in a dance class? Or a yoga class? Yeah. Both? You like them? Yeah. Do you do yoga with your mom? Yeah. That's cool. You have a lot of fun? Oh, that's right. Yeah, your dad said he drove all over the city looking for Puma just for you. And he found a perfect shirt.
Really?
Yeah. Aw.
What did you go get? What did you go get?
A box this big of donuts.
What?
This long.
No.
Yeah.
You got a big donut? Aw.
Go upstairs and I'll see you in a bit, okay?
Bye, Safi. Thanks for saying hi. Bye. Nice to see you. What a little cutie.
How much time are we on?
15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
15 minutes of chaos.
Dude.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'll have to come hang out with her for an afternoon with me and Elliot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's really nice.
So anyway,
then she'll be less shy around me, around Uncle Dill.
Well, there's also like the camera and the
right. She's like the
and
microphone and
everything.
What's going
and she's
on?
Like, holy shit!
She could have been a star. What if she just like grabbed up the mic and was just like talking up a star? You're like, she's gonna be a star, baby. She loves the attention.
She's humble, you know.
Yeah.
She knows.
You keep her in check.
No. She like. No, she takes her time sometimes with things to just like warm up. But it's so funny because she was probably upstairs like, I want to go see Dylan.
Aww.
And then like comes down and she's
And
just
then it's like,
like, but maybe she's just like likes you or something.
Yeah. Well, you hear lots of stories about getting balled on by her dad, or dad gets balled on, right? But no, I was the same way like that when I was a kid. I was like super shy meeting strangers, and once I met strangers, I was like an annoying piece of shit. Like kids are like, get out, you know what I mean? Like one of those kids who was like, would purposely,
once you got comfortable.
Yeah, you'd just be like nagging on you, or like pulling your shirt off, and like I remember my cousins used to like just like throw me off into couches and stuff. Like, and I would just like be like, but secretly be loving the attention.
Were you like the youngest?
Yeah, I was the baby of the family.
Yeah.
So I think my 3 years older was the next closest cousin in age, and then it was like 5 years, and
I was always the oldest.
Oh,
so
shit.
I don't have that many cousins and stuff, but I was always the oldest. And
right, and you have a younger brother too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's a different life.
Yeah, it's a different vibe, hey?
Different life.
You have to like think about other people and be more responsible in a way.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you don't have it. Well,
when you're the baby, I guess there's no one you have to look out for necessarily.
Yeah. Like you're kind of
just get to be like
the one.
Yeah, just a piece of shit and just like do whatever you want.
And like you've got more people that have your back.
Yeah, exactly. And like more people have paved the way for you.
Right.
And then, I mean, if you have like a good older siblings or cousin or whatever. But
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
that's so good. It's so nice that you came by and said hi.
Yeah. It's a different world up there now.
Yeah,
with the
I bet.
2 babies. I mean,
bet.
It's like so special and then so intense at the same time.
Yeah, I bet. I was like, that's what I was saying on the camera before. I was like, I almost wanted to bring like a 6-pack and just like kind of get ripped on one of these podcasts, just because I bet you've probably been pretty full throttle for the last 2 weeks, I guess, right?
For sure. It's just it's like just growing these little humans, you know, and it's like it's the hardest on Caitlin for sure. Yeah. So she's just like up all night and Anyways.
Oh man,
this is gonna be
this is a chaotic episode, but that's okay. We're posting it.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Should I bring it back to my GSP analogy? Talking about basketball?
Yes. Should I bring
that's where we left off. Should I bring it all the way back to there?
I'll just cut it from there to
No. I like that. It was nice to see Safi. I'm glad you wanted to see me.
So
he was talking about, I was listening to this podcast. He was talking about when he was training, he thinks now you should fight those 3 types of fighters, right? Worse than you, same as you, and better than you. Because when you fight someone who's worse than you, you're able to be more creative and fluid and not really worry about if you mess up. If you're fighting someone who's just the same level as you, you get to push each other and have a balance of being creative, but also sticking to what you're really strong at.
Right.
And then if you face someone who's better than you, they push you in ways that you're not expecting, but you also become a bit more tentative and focus on the things you're like, your niche things, right? You're not going to pull out some crazy spin move, whatever, step back, Hardaway junior shot. If you're playing someone who's like clearly better than you, you're going to stick to like, the classics of your go-to, if your bag of tricks, right?
Yeah.
And And then he was talking about how later on in his career, people were saying his fights were getting boring and he wasn't doing this or taking as much risks because he said he was always training with people who were as good as him or better. So that in practice and sparring and stuff. So when he got to the fights, he never really had that freedom of playing, of trying these new moves or developing this new thing.
Because he just had it on lock, basically.
Well, he was just like, I'm facing the best competition all the time. So he's like, I can't be like that. I have to like be locked in.
Right.
And like stick to what I know it's work. Because if one mistake, I'm like losing my belt. I'm losing everything, you know. So I thought that was kind of eye opening to me, and I was like, oh, I should keep going that. Especially when we go to QE and stuff, we play with people who are, you know, at our level or like maybe a bit below, and the competition necessarily isn't like it would be at kits or if you're playing in like a competitive men's league or something, right? We can, because like sometimes I just like do stupid stuff, and like if I do some crossover spin,
in that way it's fun, and it's nice once you like get to know the people. But
I feel like we've got a real community too at the park.
Yeah.
It's too bad with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
That like I feel like it'd be fun.
It's limited.
It is limited. It'd be fun to do like a big tournament, like a 3-on-3 tournament, where we just go and just like run games and.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
And what?
No, I was just saying one of the nets actually, like the whole rim got yanked off.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone tried to.
Which one is it? Is it the one
it's
facing like the sun?
Yes.
On the first court?
Yeah.
Right. Or the right.
Yeah, the one where exactly. Good description.
Yep. I know the one because I think one of them was already wonky to begin with.
Yeah, that's right. It was that one. It was lower.
So it's fully like just
it's
off.
It's like hanging like down. Yeah, but whatever. That rim was actually like an inch lower. I was shooting on it one day. And I was like, man, I can hit anything on this rim. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like a couple inches lower. And I was like, that makes sense. Because I went into another rim. I was like, this is like way harder.
Right. And those double rims are a bitch, like big time. But
oh man,
hopefully they fix that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Gonna get back to the park.
Yeah.
Well, it's just for fun, you know, and like right now, focusing on these priorities and get back to the park one day and put some shots up, you know.
Yeah, man, it'd be fun just to keep going and shooting and working on some.
I wish I had. Skills. I was actually like, so I keep thinking about Lethal Shooter, the way he has his like crazy rims just set up on like a phone pole base or like a electrical pole, and I'm like, which one in the alley can I put up just a rim? Yeah, just so I can like shoot in the back alley, because there's nothing around my house that I can put it up on. That would be. You should. That would be good. That's definitely doable. Just to put some shots up outside, you know. Mark it up and then go in the alley. Yeah. Have you been doing any dribbling? No, not really. Nothing. You should. You could definitely stay up on your handles, and then you come back and you'll be like, and then you'll brick it, but you just have to pass. Yeah. No, that's what's about. Yeah. Well, that's what I've been learning more. You know, when we were going to the park, it was like team basketball is what it's, you know, like if you're passing, cutting this, then that's when it works the best. Like you were saying with the other day, team you were playing with, it was like just so much easier. People are there, they're ready to cut, they're ready to rebound, and you're probably passing a lot and just trusting the next guy to take the shot. Yeah, exactly. It was like it was exactly that. It was basically everyone knew how to cut. Like a lot of times you play and like you're just like waiting for people to cut through the lane, and there's like and then everyone was just moving, and so you just get the ball, or you'd cut, get the ball, and then they would cut, and then they have an open layup. And it just makes the game so much quicker. Yeah. But it's tough. Like, you know, sometimes you check off top and then you get on the wing, and then the guy is like sits there for 5 minutes and then he shoots like a shitty three, and you're like, Yeah. Then now you're like, I gotta go play hard defense on this like guy. At least we're not going full court. Yeah. Full court is another beast. Yeah. Yeah. Is that what they were playing at the beach? Yeah. Everyone's playing full court. It was like the first day of summer. So how many people like are lined up? Like, it was like an hour-long wait. It was pretty funny because we went to Kits, and we just like to do some socially distanced beach chilling. Right. And it's just like packed, like so many people. And then I was like, oh, look at this basketball courts. Maybe I'll go like shoot around or whatever. Go there. There's like both courts are being used 5-on-5, and there's like an hour-long wait for like each. Like there's like 4 or 5 teams, like I don't know, on a mental list being like, yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was no one writing it down or something. It was just like, I got next and next and
yeah,
next
yeah.
and
They're
next.
like, no way, man. I got next. Dude, I've been here so long. Like, no, I've been here waiting.
Dude,
like,
why does it have to be like that? Like, why can't we just have like a real list, you know? Like, someone write it down, okay?
I don't know, man.
It's like, I got next, and then they're like, shoot for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like fighting and stuff. But yeah, so that guy that was playing with King Handles, Warren, was there. I think he's an ex-pro hooper in Taiwan somewhere.
Right.
And he was really nice. I just said, hey, like nothing serious. He probably wouldn't remember me even.
Right.
But then there's one like white guy there who's like really built, but he was just raining threes, like could not miss. There's another guy, he was like a bit chunkier, but I saw my buddy there and he said he's played in like a lot of men's leagues. He was like an ex like college player.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. He's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. Like he's like one of those guys, he's always like this. Like he's like had some beers, you know, so he's got like a stiff back. He's kind of like
he's just like peacocking.
Yeah, exactly.
Peacocking.
That's just like kind of his natural state was like kind of in a peacock
Just
state. Because he's kind of got, you know,
one of these.
He's had a couple brewskis or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, he could ball, dude. He was throwing it down. He just like,
dude, size don't matter. Dude.
It don't matter, dude.
It does not matter. Like seriously,
you could tell he was an ex-player, a hooper, like pro, whatever, something. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch, and then that's it. I say one man.
You're like, that's all I want to say about that.
There's one man who showed up who is pretty infamous, it seems, in the Vancouver basketball scene.
Infamous, really?
Yeah. You know who he is. And you know,
okay.
Like, you basically go to the court and like he is like trash talking with someone or like fighting with his teammates or.
Okay.
So then I showed up there and that guy showed up. And then
really?
My friend from high school who was also there. And I just said, hey, what's up? And then I was like, oh, man, do you know this guy? And then Matt was like, this guy? He's like, yeah, dude, I've known him for like 8 years. I was like, every time I see him, he's like.
And you were about to talk shit about him, or did
I was just about to be. No, I was just like, yeah. I was about to say like, oh, he's always like, there's like everywhere I go, he's like got beef with someone, right? And then my friend Matt like immediately knew. He's like, oh yeah, I've known him for so long. I know him for like he's known him for
funny.
Like. He's like,
so he probably understands why he's like that, or no, like
I don't know.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but it was just funny that like my friend who I didn't like haven't talked to too much in the last couple of years, but just immediately was like, oh yeah, I played last
to the exact person you had your mind on, just right there.
So funny.
Yeah, dude. It's a small world.
Small community. Yeah, it's small. It is.
Small
it really
world
is.
Out here. That's the thing. Like you go down to Kits, you just see since I grew up here too, then
right.
It's just like everybody, like, yeah. Yeah,
there was a guy there who just declared for the draft. He, like, led the NCAA in rebounds or something this last year. I don't know his name or anything. But
I don't know.
He was there hooping with the people.
There you go.
You know, probably not trying very hard, but dunking on people. Should we give a little ad break here?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're coming up on the time.
And we are back. Thank you.
Back online.
I don't know what that was, but
what if we just like got all these like radio buttons we could like hit on the way back?
Yeah.
Live back on HoopDaddy.
I like the little thing that you put there though.
Yeah, you did. I was trying to make it as like corny as possible.
Because the beat, I would put that at the beginning. I would put that as like where was that from? You just
I pulled it off like YouTube
music
or whatever. I just trying to find it. I was like going through beats and I was like, this one's so funny, like upbeat. Welcome back.
Great. It was excellent. Anyways, so
all right, we're gonna tighten this. We're gonna take this. If this is the notch, we're just gonna turn it up. And then if this is a bolt, we're just going to tighten it up.
He's looking at you, but he's talking to me.
We're about to just crank it up and just tighten the nuts here, the bolts. All right. Kill me.
So, dude, Jake Paul.
Oh, right. Yeah. So we both watched the fight.
Yes, we were watching it. And actually, we should just talk about the event to begin with. Like,
maybe
what do you think? What do you think of the setup, the music, the like slap contest, the like everything, the host?
It was so memeified. I think
right. It seemed like every single thing was like made to be a meme, or like
maybe that's why our podcast is a little bit chaotic, because we were trying to like we watched that and then we kind of emulated that, like we brought that in, that
just
energy
that,
for the first half hour,
energy,
just that craziness of like talking about everything. But yeah, I thought it was definitely different, and it felt different and innovative. And not necessarily like people are probably going to hate on it a lot and be like, oh, it's this, it's that. It's like, you know, it was so whatever. But to be fair, like Jake, it is that new way of promoting fights. Like you can see like boxing is dying, and Jake Paul came along with his YouTube stars and his TikTok stars and his like music connections. He's like, we're going to do a card. We're going to make it a concert, really. Because there's only like 3 fights.
Huge. It was huge.
Yeah. And then he
they
had all these.
$1.5 million or something in pay-per-view.
And he had
$50 each.
Yeah, and he had
how
he had all these musical artists, like from Snoop Dogg to J Beebs to Doja Cat, and like it was like a mixture. It wasn't really just about boxing, because there was only 3 fights, and like I fell asleep in one of them. And then they had the TikTok
like pure
stars.
Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, so I think.
So
it's
did
cool.
you watch the whole thing?
Not the whole thing. Maybe I got in like an hour late, but it was.
That's all you need to see.
Yeah,
anyways.
I wanted to see the fight.
That one fight with the nut shot that wasn't really a nut shot, I was like,
what is happening?
Yeah, I was like, this is
so
bizarre.
Weird. Yeah, it felt like. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like. Yeah, it felt like it was a concert. It wasn't just. It was like more about entertainment and like than the boxing, than the art of sport boxing. You know, which I think is kind of cool, because boxing is kind of dying.
It was a big event for sure,
and it was a big event. I really wish that the ref had not stopped the fight.
Yeah,
like
it would have been, but yeah, it would have been fun to see like what would happen, because of course there was so much hype. Even if
like it was just too fast, and like it made it not like worth the money that I'm sure, you know what I mean. Like if they just went like 2 rounds, people, and then he got knocked out, people would have been like, all right.
He did fall pretty fucking hard though.
He did get smacked in the head.
Hit the fucking canvas hard. Like I was like,
you were like, let the bodies hit.
I was shocked. Honestly, I was shocked. That's exactly what I did in that moment. I was shocked. I was like, I was like, what just? I was like, oh my goodness, like. And when he stopped it, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. It made me feel like I was like, this feels
Papa,
like paid.
Papa,
oh, like, I was like, it made
Snoop Dogg was like, Papa.
Yeah, you're crazy. I do love, what I did love about that event actually was it was like the whole broadcast and like everything. It was like you and the homies. Watching the fight, like it did not feel professional at all.
No.
People are smoking weed. People are drinking. People are like wilding out, yelling.
Everyone's like, I'm getting a contact high from all this.
People are like talking over. There's like 8 people in the broadcast booth. Like no one's really talking about the science of boxing. They're just like, oh, punch him in the. Oh, you got him good. You know, like I kind of enjoyed
just Snoop
that
the whole time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, like it's super fun, just like the Tyson fight was sort of vibes, right?
Exactly. Oh man, when Snoop sang that, like him, when the guy got knocked out, you don't remember when Snoop was like, "Oh Lord," and he was like,
he's just so entertaining. He's just found he can do anything and it'll be good. Snoop Dogg at this point, you know, like he's just so authentic. He's just is him, and
he's so witty, and he's so witty. He's so good at talking. Yeah, he's always got some like. Funny
he can do he can do Martha Stewart on TV, or he can do a Triller boxing event. You know?
He's so relatable. You relate to anyone.
Yeah, that's great.
What did you think of the Mount Westmore? Did you hear about this?
I did hear about it, and I missed it because I was busy with the kids.
Yeah, I had twins.
I was
busy with twins. Yeah,
I was busy with the kiddies.
I feel you.
And but I'm sure it was dope. I don't know.
It was good. It was just like the whole thing, because it was no live audience, so it was like all these rappers and like Doja Cat and like these big dance performances and stuff, but they were doing it to no one. So it's kind of like that thing where
doesn't have that same feel.
You need to like feed off the energy of
right.
It's the same thing for us, like with acting, right?
Absolutely.
The director's always like, you need more energy. I'm like, there's no one there.
Yeah.
We're performing for the ghosts.
Yeah.
But so it was kind of weird. Like Snoop came out, did a song. Ice Cube did like I'm gonna do it. Don't stop. Hit it, biddy. Don't
like
stop.
An old school kind
Like,
of thing.
You know that song?
Which one is that?
Where he's like, it's like that one where it's like it's about fucking, like.
So he just went straight.
He did another.
Straight to the beat.
He did Today Was a Good Day, which is a classic, which was great. And then he got up and then he did the, you could do it, put your back into it.
Hey.
I could do it, but it was so funny because it was just like I was like, man, Cube, you're like a dad now.
Hey, you know.
And it's like there's no audience, and he's just doing like this like gangster song about like just hitting it from the back.
That's Ice Cube, dude.
But it was like a weird.
That's who he can't shy away from who he
just,
really is.
It's just a weird vibe, you know. From like,
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see Cube in that light anymore.
Yeah.
But then E40 came out, did his thing. Dude, I love E40. He's so
Legend.
unique and like just Bay Area.
Yeah, for sure.
But just on his face. Oh. Yeah, so I really enjoyed his. Too Short was there too. And Snoop. And yeah, they're like a group or something now. I don't know what's going down.
It's dope.
But yeah, it was fun.
It's great to see them get together. They're always doing dope, you know. Get Snoop, right? Snoop, he's always doing something. He's getting people together, doing some like dope project.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was interesting. That's the thing. It was like a lot of concert for like not much fight, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like I wish there was like I wish it went for like a couple rounds at least. Waited so long to watch that fight and then it was over.
Yeah.
And that old ref grandpa's in there was just like, nope, shutting it down. And then honestly, like Ben Askren was probably like, I'm fine. He's like, no, you're not. He's like, okay.
He was smiling on the way out.
But he's like, he's not gonna argue that bad. Like, he's like, I'll take my check and get out of here then.
Exactly. He has nothing to lose.
Yeah. Who do you want to see Jake Paul fight next?
I mean, I don't know the fighters and the people necessarily, but I mean, my question is just, is he trying to be like a boxer, like fighting boxers in the boxing like
I don't think
league
so.
or just, prize fights basically?
I think he just wants to have the biggest most hypest fights with
so
the
he
most.
can fight anyone he wants, like whatever.
I don't think he's ever gonna be an elite like world champion boxer.
No, well,
he just wants to like talk shit and then like fight famous celebrities.
Right, yeah.
Which is like
it's about the bag.
Yeah, and it's about the entertainment. It's kind of fun to see like, some like, it's like, in high school and stuff, would you have seen paid to see your friends fight who were like, if they ever talk shit, because how like in high school you used to talk shit with your friends, you go, oh, I'd fuck you up or whatever. It's like, let's get some gloves. Oh, I don't have any.
No, I never did that in the middle of the night with my roommate.
Yeah, right.
Never, no.
Yeah, but like even in high school, I used to like talk shit with my friends about that,
right.
And then it's kind of like that, but on like a grander scale,
right?
And it's like I want to.
Oh no, yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Like the hype of it for sure.
So that's what I think he's trying to do, right? He's just gonna talk shit to like whoever he wants to, and then it's kind of fun. I don't know. I would want to see him fight like McGregor next.
Sure, yeah, but McGregor, he's not going to be getting any certain belt or whatever whatever. But
he's been getting that money though.
McGregor's a real fighter too, and has boxed before as well.
Yeah, and could like potentially fuck him up. But
he could absolutely fuck him up, except he's kind of washed. I mean, he's on his way. I mean, he peaked,
Yeah. But like he could go in and like he could be re-energized and fuck him up for 50 mil, 50 schmillion.
No doubt. Even if he got knocked out, he'd be like,
he'd be happy.
Yeah.
He'd be like, fair play to you. Fair play to him.
He's so respectful now.
Yeah,
McGregor.
Yeah. He's changed.
Yeah,
because he kind of
family,
family, and he set out these goals and he kind of achieved them in a way,
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What's left for me?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna chill on my yacht and fight every once in a while and make my money." And
no doubt,
you gotta get that fire,
Yeah, it's hard to keep that hate or that, even if you're faking it or whatever, like. It's a lot of energy to hold in to be like
the chip on your
vicious
shoulder
to people. Like, yeah.
But I like the way that Jake Paul has marketed himself as like a villain and heel.
Everyone wants to see him lose, and everyone wants to see him win too. You know?
People are tuning in to pay to see him lose and pay to see if he actually's got the goods.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's done. I mean, say what you want about those guys, like the Paul brothers, but they definitely know how to market themselves and like create hype.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Like they're pretty genius in that way.
Pokemon.
The dude created a whole I feel like Logan Paul created a whole resurgence of.
I think it was like it was already happening, but then he like just exploded it.
He's like, oh, I can make millions of dollars. Oh, I'm gonna do it then.
Yeah,
and the NFTs too.
And then did it.
Yeah, and like he did a lot of research on this NFT stuff, and yeah, it was crazy.
BitClout.
What's that?
BitClout. You haven't heard of BitClout?
No.
It's like basically you make your own coin, and then people can invest in you as like, so we could do like a HoopDaddy coin.
Okay.
And then people can buy it and basically create like a
BitClout.
It's basically your own coin, basically.
Dude, I'm gonna do that. Let's do
it.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
And then like so they have that. They have like just so many things going on, and it's crazy to see. It's crazy to me because obviously, like I don't want to be them or what they are or what, like whatever, like that they had their lane, but that kind of like success or like like just having like that. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say.
Spit it out. Get it out there, kid.
Is that they started like 7 years ago when I was still like just 18. We're like basically the same age. I'm like, if I would have only started sooner, but it's never too late to.
Yeah, of course.
To start creating content and everything.
But you look at
which is why I'm like, oh no, I want to still do this 100%.
Right.
But when I look back at what I was doing with my life and like what I could have created, because I was everything I was doing, I could have just recorded and put it on the internet, and through just the years, it would have hopefully gained.
Right, if you kept pushing yourself and like.
Yeah, if I was doing it, even if I was just doing it low key, whatever. It's so much time. I would not be at their level, but.
You would be at a level.
So I look back like, oh, I should have done. And like, I don't know if I told you, like there was this one woman even before, like 10 years ago. Maybe something like that. And she's like, yeah, I just record my family gatherings and put it on YouTube. And now I'm like I like quit my job and I'm just making money on here because like tons of people just want to see a family gathering or just vlogging. She's like just vlogging her life and her family, and it's just like people relate to that so intensely. People who don't have family, whatever, and it just blew up. And she's like, "You should start doing this." And I was like 14 or something,
right?
And it was so sort of intimidating at the time, I guess. But I'm like, why not? I mean, I was already acting, dancing, all that stuff.
Right. You know what they say? The best time is now. Right now. And that's what, that's what it is, right? Just kidding. Kill me. Here we are. No, I think you're right. And it is a big risk. And then too, when you look back at like the timeline, right? You look at like 7 years to see where he's gone from, from where he started to now. Yeah. It's like crazy. And like obviously if you knew that, then you would do it. But the hindsight's 2020.
No, of course. It's just a thought. It's just a thought that has crossed my mind.
Right.
But I know that you can start when you're 40, 50, 60 years old, create content if you want. And
I think the biggest thing is figuring out is like understanding time better. Do you know what I mean? Because like when you're younger, you think about time as like smaller increments, right? You have like school, and then you do degrees, like 4 year or whatever. It's just all happening so fast, and you're just trying to like keep up. But now as you get older, I feel like I look at chunks of time longer. Right. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to make it as an actor and do content and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, I've been like a year and a bit in, just auditioning, and like nothing's really popped off yet. And you're like, oh, I have to think about this thing as like a longer time increment. Versus like I would just go year to year before, right? Achieve my whatever, right? But now I'm like, oh, this is like a 3 to 5 year kind of thing. And the same thing of like, you were like, we started making content now, or you started like 7 years ago. If you had thought about, oh, I could have got to this level in 7 years, but you weren't thinking, you're thinking, I wasn't ready for that at that point. Yeah. But just like, I feel like that's been a big thing for me is like understanding that concept of. chunking your time.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Oh no, trust me. I'm like, okay, so.
And then you having kids, right?
Yeah, I'm like 18 years.
But it changes. It must change your perspective a little bit, right?
Well, for sure. You look at like, okay, so now they're newborn. It's like a really, really difficult time. It is because like of the cluster feeding.
Yeah.
They're constantly eating, and then I'm looking at like 2 years or 3. In just 2 years, be able to like keep growing, doing this stuff, raising my kids, and then they'll be more self-sufficient in 2 years, so I look in that increment, and then it's like, okay, what's the next one? I'm still waiting and finding that out with Safi, but
right, it's almost like you can kind
it's very interesting to be like, okay, now I see my next 3 years. I've seen it with Safi,
yeah, and you can almost it's kind of funny, you can almost use I feel like I almost use Safi as like a time marker for me, because I remember when she was born, and then now she was.
You remember when she was conceived too, basically, when you found out.
Yeah.
Like basically after A term.
Exactly. So she's like conceived, to being born, to seeing her as like a little baby, to seeing her have like no personality, or like whatever personality, but not like she is now.
Yeah.
Right, and then now it's like then she's like 2, and then 3, and then you're like, wow, she's like a little adult.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
And that's like 3 years, but that doesn't feel that far.
Once the babies were born, then I looked at her and I'm like, who are, like, you're
so old.
Yeah. I'm like, you're heavier today. You're a bit like longer. Like, what?
Yeah. Like, what happened?
And it's just
baby?
amazing. Like, oh yeah,
that's awesome.
It just hits you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So let's bring it back. We got like another 10 minutes or something we could do.
Yeah.
We should talk about basketball. Who have you been watching lately? Have you been watching much or not really? For b-ball? I
mean, I've been watching the Raptors when I can,
Yeah.
I'm a Raptors fan.
Oh, gee, a Raptors from the 6,
Yeah. Well, I don't know any of the lingo out there.
I think it's just putting on the Canadian, the like Canadian.
No, but they got like fucking some weird chopped up ways, like some interesting ways of talking for sure.
For sure, bro.
That East Coast
slang, But who I think is nice on the Raptors right now is Malachi Flynn.
Oh yes, no, I like a lot of the guys on the Raptors bench who are now starters because like all the guys are injured. Malachi Flynn, it's like great to see him having the time to
ball out.
Yeah, exactly, and show what he can do, because that's most rookies just don't get the time because they're at the bottom of the food chain unless they've been brought in to be the guy. But
yeah, that's gonna start. Right
it's like it's somewhat of a blessing that they get that kind of experience, because then also going forward, that they're gonna have that in-game experience for when it is their time to actually be that guy later on. And I just like I'm all about Chris Boucher,
the Canadian kid.
Oh man, and he's like just balling out too. He's like this big guy. He can shoot it from the 3. He can rebound.
He's so long,
crafty, like so long. He's tough and like
goes for offensive rebounds and stuff.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's dope to watch that. And he played another Canadian, Lou Dort, on the Thunder, who was like known for his defense in the bubble.
Yeah.
And but he was like an offensive liability. But now somehow he's just like
popping off.
Yeah, raining threes. Just
there's a lot of points. Isn't
Shai
Alexander's on the Thunder too? He's Canadian, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, why is this? I turned these off.
Yo, yeah, he's got the double wham.
Businessman. No, did you see the guy pop off for like 40 points or 30 points the other
Watson?
day? Paul? Yes. Yeah. What? Who? What? Where did he come from?
I don't know much about him, but I've seen him play off the bench and just got hot, dude. He just got hot, Like it just I think he hit like a bunch of threes.
But wasn't he like, wasn't someone injured or someone didn't have something going, like someone had like they were sitting Lowry or something for a bit, so he got a start.
No, there was Lowry, Pascal Siakam, Van Vliet, OG Anunoby, all of them were injured. So the starting lineup was like Paul Watson, Chris Boucher, Gary Trent Jr.,
and then he just popped off.
Gillespie and Birch or something. And so it's all the bench, but they're playing well together. It's kind of fun to watch.
Right. Okay. So he did pop off that one. I just pulled up. I just Googled his name.
Yeah.
And then it says, this is the first headline we got. Raptors Paul Watson
failed to score.
Abysmal night in starting role. Failed to score 0 of 10 field goals, 0 of 6 3-point, but turned in 5 assists.
After a career best 30
points.
It's not
take him out of the starting lineup after that, or?
That's what I'm saying. He just got hot, and that was good for them that night. And
damn,
he doesn't have to be that guy every night. That's not what his job is. Of course, it would be great, but
yeah. But think about him, right? He's like, oh my god, I came off the bench, I popped off. This is my chance to start in the league and show that I'm a baller, and then you just choke, I guess, or get stressed.
It's hard to be consistent. A different team, different system. Maybe it just worked for him against who was it? I don't remember, but
yeah, that's stressful.
Depends what kind of guys. If you have a big team, little team, like whatever it is, like for sure.
That's in-depth analysis.
Dude.
Big team, little
team, little team.
Could you imagine the coach going, we're playing a big team tonight. You know what that means?
Dude, big business.
Big business. But
Yeah,
I hope he gets another chance because, like, oh, man, it's so competitive. It's so tough. You ball out like that and you're like, all right, I have a chance.
Every guy who makes it to the league can ball.
Yeah.
Yep. Like if you made it to the league and you're actually, if you made it to the league and you're under 6'5", then you can really ball. Because did you hear about this like statistic? I don't know if it's true or not, but it's like if you're under 6'5" or something like that, you have a 2% chance of making it to the NBA or something like less.
Is that right?
And if you're above 6'5" or 6'7" or something, then you have like a 17% chance.
Oh wow!
Of making it to the NBA just because of your size, because they can develop you if you can move and you're big.
They're willing to take a risk if you're like big and athletic.
Right.
Like we can teach them the basketball skills.
Right. Like if you're a 7-footer, like you're gonna have a 25% chance.
Right.
And that's what it's about. So
that's crazy.
Big team, little team, But if you're small and you made it to the league, you really can ball. You can
really, really good. That's so funny. Coaches come back and like, yeah, this guy's really big. I think we should bring him into our system.
No, for real. Dude.
That's
Taco Fall.
Yeah. Even Giannis's brother, right?
Who?
Giannis's? What did I say? Giannis?
No. I mean, he's...
And Tentacoupo has this brother. He plays on the Bucks.
Yeah.
And he's like not as Thanos.
Right.
He's not as good. But he's just like huge and athletic.
He's big. Oh yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, we'll bring him.
And then we'll other brother too. There's 3 of them.
Oh really?
He just won their other brother just won a chip with the Lakers off the bench.
Oh really?
Yeah, fully. So Giannis was like, they're on vacation after, and he's like, "Oh, is this what it's like to be a champ, huh? This is what it's like to be a champ." Everything he's doing, he's just like, on his phone. He's like, "Oh, so the champ. This is what it feels like, huh?"
Just roasting. Yeah. That's awesome. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's dope to have like 3 brothers in the league with you.
I'm sure for him, but I don't think. Like I think it was Giannis who led the way, right?
Size-wise, yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he was.
He's the oldest, I think. Yeah.
Once he was discovered, and then he was like, "Oh, I got brothers," and then all of a sudden, other teams kind of snapped him up.
Right. Yeah, because you see what he can do, and you're like, okay, if they got the same genes, like, and they play,
he's got to develop that jumper. He's gonna be unstoppable.
I don't know who's gonna win the MVP.
I think Steph should be up there.
Well, just because of the last.
Like he put his name back, yeah.
Well, and I think he put his name back up there, but I don't know if it's
how bad the team would be without without him on the Warriors. They would be bad.
Fair, yeah. But it's a good thing. Like a question, like, is the MVP the best player on the team that's holding the team, or is it like the most famous, like sort of?
I think
of the league as well,
I feel like the MVP has become like the best player on the best team. That's like what describes the MVP. It seems
fair,
like in recent years, right? I don't know if that necessarily should be the case, but and then sometimes it feels like they're like, oh, you know what? LeBron's won it too many times in a row. We're gonna change it up.
He should have won more. I think.
Even though he should have won more, but it's just like for some reason the league is like we need to, like we got changed up to keep it. You know, we can't keep it boring, make it boring or whatever. I'm like that's like kind of BS in my opinion.
Yeah,
because there was a couple times where I can't remember, like I don't know who won recently. Like, did Harden win one?
Yeah, Harden.
Yeah, Harden won one. Like,
and then Giannis has won like 2 in a row also.
Right.
And then Russell Westbrook won it. KD won it.
Yeah.
Like, all those guys won it.
I just saw a stat that said Russell Westbrook is second on the all-time triple-double list.
He's now recorded a triple-double multiple times to every single team, like against every single team in the NBA.
That is crazy.
Like, and he's the only player
he's
that's
like
ever done that.
He's second to Magic Johnson or something crazy, or like what?
No, Oscar Robertson.
Or Oscar. Oh, right.
Well, he beat a bunch of his records too.
That's like so crazy to me. But then he's like never been on a winning like championship team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He's posted like
just crazy numbers.
So many triple doubles in the last like month or since this whole season, and yet they're at the bottom. Yeah.
No chips with the
dip.
With the dip. Oh my chips.
Oh. Oh my gosh! How much time do we have left? Because I finished Last Chance U.
Oh, okay, we're bringing it back. We could do another 3 minutes.
Last Chance U was like a disappointing ending. I mean, oh my gosh, dude, I can't believe it. Like they filmed it right up until just the end of the beginning of COVID, and it was man.
What are they supposed to do? Right? They didn't know COVID was going to happen.
Came on the bus and then just.
This is devastating.
Think about how didn't even leave the campus. They're like, get off the bus.
Think about how devastating those kids were. Spoiler alert, by the way.
Spoiler. If you're watching it until the end.
if you make it
all the way back here.
Yeah, no, it was brutal, especially because that was their year to win. They had the team, everything was aligning, and then
that
sucks, dude.
And that's like how it was for studio kids too, you know.
Yep.
Couldn't do their last performance, or at theater school, and
No, it is. I'm obviously so many people were affected. But, it definitely did not lead to the most.
People were affected in much worse ways than just not being able to do your solo show. Absolutely, but
it was a disappointing way to end the series because you were so hype, right?
I can't believe it took me this long to just power through it yesterday. I just watched it.
Holding 2 babies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. That
was a good podcast. It was a little chaotic.
Interesting.
But we did it anyway. Don't matter.
Getting those reps in.
Let's get those reps in.
So if you're still here, thank you.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Stay tuned for next week.
All right.
And HoopDaddy.
Ow. Peace.
Peace.